Hey everyone, it's Incision Reality here, and welcome to part 1 of my Penumbra Overture Let's Play. This is dedicated to my good friend Bella Rose. He's a good guy. He's very dedicated to my channel, and he's recommended me playing this game, so I am going to get straight onto it, and we shall play. I think there's a cutscene before. So we shall watch this. Play normal, obviously. My story began in February year 2000.
For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolutions, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world-renowned in two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever taken. As I watched civilization disappear along the Keep Road, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day. And I considered it determined what it was I was going to do. We landed on a strip of icy few big wines, and within minutes I was pulling away on the charter boat. A 12-hour journey that would lead me to
Okay, we are into the game. I've actually changed my keyboard over. I've got a really decent keyboard, but it makes a lot of noise, so I've actually... Okay, I've actually changed it with a really old keyboard that I've got, that I used to use as a spare. Pretty odorous. Glad I'm getting out of here soon. They must eat and sleep and, wow, do everything else in this one room for weeks at a time. Can I look in the treasure chest? I'd really like to look in the treasure chest. No. I'm certain the map's a good decade or so out of date, but landmarks don't change much in the Greenland. So I've got a pretty decent idea of where I'm heading. So, oh. The crew seemed friendly enough, but just in case, I locked up my valuables. I'm pretty sure the key's in my inventory somewhere. Once I've found it, double-clicking the left mouse button should get it selected, and then I can interact on the padlock to unlock it. Okay. Right. There we go. I only assumed tab would be the... Oh, stone me. So yesterday, I tried to play this yesterday. and I changed the resolution on the options screen, and the whole game just conked out. What the hell? Okay. Oh, hello. Yeah, the whole game just conked out and I couldn't play it, and probably for about half an hour to an hour. Okay. How on earth do I pick items up? Right. Stay open. This is frustrating already. What am I doing wrong here? It's a rickety wooden desk. I can get that drawer open if I just hold the interact button and drag with the mouse. I don't know what drawer he's on about. Ah, it's this one. No. Wow, why are items so hard to pick up in the game? I mean, I'm looking right at it and I can't pick it up. Wow. Ah, this bag's getting annoying now. Come on. Brilliant. Ah, didn't even read what that said. Glow stick G. Okay. So do I need this? Okay, I'll work that out. Until I have to, so... Pretty odorous. Glad I'm right. Yeah, we've seen that. For smell, I'd say there's an equal chance they use this chest for personal belongings or bait. Right, stay open. Right, go over there. Yep, cheers to that. I can't quite... Here we go. Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I've left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of your bed. I really don't know why you still have one bed on board taking shifts because of it is no way to get your rest. But what does a fisherman's wife know of life at sea? I'll be praying every night for you to make the catch you need so that you can come home to me safely and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I've washed those overalls of yours. I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but I still feel better knowing they've had a wash. Before I forget, the Henriksons in the village have asked me to see if you'll be coming by any trout. As I said, but I said they were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well in the ice, and I'll do something special with them to celebrate when you come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while. Take care, my love. That's the Amnesia sound. Still in crouch mode. So, 2 seconds. I'm going to change. It's really hard to pick up items. Is there a 19? Okay. Oh, I do need to reset the game. I'm not going to worry about it unless it becomes a pain. Can I leave yet? The notes are now over there, so I don't know if that's a problem. The fog is closed in on us almost as soon as we left port. Haven't seen any landmark for ages. Now, I don't know how they're managing to navigate. I'd soon be as good as lost at sea if I was on my own. Not a thought worth thinking. What the fuck are you meant to do here? Oh. I thought that was progress then, but obviously not. Okay, oh, I've restarted the game. I'm now in 1900. Times 800. Brilliant. That is much easier to click hold of. Brilliant. And that is probably what I need to pick up. Wow. Look how easy this is, guys. So, whenever you're playing a game, make sure you have the resolution set right. Okay. Bloody hell. As I stepped off the boat, setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I had realised how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, excuse me, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after, and new hypothermia was settling in. I started looking for shelter. So cold, don't know where I am, need shelter soon. Okay. My entire head went numb a long time ago, but I can still hear the wind roaring past. Was that some kind of animal? Oh no, is this a dead end? Oh. Need something to break in. Can I use the torch and do it with it? Right, okay, there's definitely a weird, unusual noise. Oh dear, my mouse is not a good turner. Oh, let's get this. Is that it though? Ah, here we go. No. Down we go then. Jesus, my head. I can't believe I fell that far and survived. Although looking around, maybe I didn't. What is this place? Yeah. Could be anything inside it. Empty box of ammunition. What is this place? A steel rod. Something in the way. What's that? A flare. Could be a handy light source. Metal rod. Okay. Turning the mouse is quite hard. I'll leave that there just in case I need it. Okay. Let's see. I can swing this hammer. If I hold left mouse, I can make a backswing by pulling the mouse right, and then follow through by pushing left. The opposite works too. Pulling back, then thrusting forward produces a stabbing motion. I reckon if I hold I should be able to look around. One. Okay. Nope. Yeah. What the hell? Why does everything turn blue when I crouch? And for some reason the hammer ain't swingable anymore. Hold on, what's this? Okay, that's weird. These shelves are as old as everything else around here. Could be over 50 years since anyone's been down here. Oh, okay. There's something behind here. This hole's been boarded up a long time ago. The wood looks pretty soft now. Do I... Nope. Ah, there we go. What is going on when I press control? Is that the glow stick coming on, I hope? Okay, this... I don't know... Come on, what? Why... What was that? Oh. Oh, stone me. I've been going around for bloody ages. What? So some kind of industrial mechanism, although there's a hole in the centre and no way to operate it. Just probably need a crank from somewhere, do we? I wonder I couldn't... The hell? So, obviously need a... Okay, so I need a... The steel beam wouldn't do it, would it? Probably not. Oh. Physics. Here we go. Yeah. Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by 2 solid metal hatches, located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I had never given it much thought before, but I realised that our entire society is a network of safety nets, emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there if something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. I've jotted down a note just in case. Well, let's read his note. Well, it's not notes, it's to-do list. The entrance to the cave has caved in. There must be another way out. There could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defences now. If anyone or anything hears me, I'd best be off staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching by pressing left control will give me the chance to hide in the shadows. I know I've got it right because of the blue tint to my vision. Plus, I should be quiet enough that I won't be heard unless something's right on top of me. Better to remember to shut off any light sources, though. Oh, great, so there are threats down here. Okay. Barrel. Storage room, there might be something good in there. Lots of at best it could be a decent hiding spot. Well, I shall keep that in mind. It's a pretty creepy atmosphere to the game, I must admit. Got no idea what to expect from this whole series, but I'm excited to find out. Lots of paper boxes with rusty nails. Okay. There's a panting noise. Is that a dog? A lot of white paint. A shoe. Definitely coming from that door, so... perhaps it's best to leave that alone for now. No, shut. Okay, quite heavy rocks. Battery. Painkillers. Oh, what the hell happened? What just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. But it's empty. Right. It's all like military stuff. Right, okay. Let's get these. What does it say about it? A storage crate for transferring ore, I suppose. There's a draft coming from the base. Great. There's a dog out there. Can get it open. There's a dog after me. Okay, can't. This tractor must lead deep into the rock to some kind of basement. Can I? No. Why can't I? There we go. There's nothing down here, is there? Definitely whispers of some kind. Very atmospheric game, I'm enjoying it. Even though there are some frustrating parts. Oh, that was a spider. Oh wow. Horrible sight. Luckily it's mummified, or else the smell would have been awful. Yeah, lucky. I begin this record still in the hopes that the great work we have undertaken here might one day be of scientific value, despite the chaos which has ensued in the 6 hours previous. My aim is to remain secure until what out there may be arrives, and to that I have barricaded myself into a small workshop area in the abandoned part of the mine. I hope that the meagre food rations will keep me alive, and that those I hide from will not jeopardize that. Perhaps this mine really is cursed, almost precisely 30 years since the incident that brought us here, and now 30 years on, fate has struck again. Day 3. I forecasted that today the rescue crews would arrive, but I can only hypothesize that they would be unaware of my location, and hence busy themselves evacuating the other survivors. If they have not arrived by tomorrow, I will go out in search of them. Day 6. My first mistake was to make assumptions on the matter of rescue. My second mistake was to make assumptions on the safety of this mine. My third mistake was to act on both those assumptions in going outside of my safe haven. My best estimate is that I left the workshop where I was secured about 2 days ago in search of aid, and I have only found danger. I approached the old living quarters, but curiously could find no sign of life whatsoever. I returned in what I thought was the direction from which I had come, but had soon found myself in an unfamiliar locale. Confused but focused, I attempted to make my way home, but found myself threatened by some species of feral creature, which seems to have made this old mine its home. Although the specimen bore significant interest to me, I chose to retreat, only to find myself outmaneuvered and outnumbered by the beast. I turned and ran, injuring my ankle in the process, which I believe now is most likely a sprain rather than a fracture. For some time I cowered and fled into the dark, but a few hours ago I discovered a door leading into a smaller, disused part of the mine, the key for which I have still in my pocket. Within that area I discovered this stone room, and I think it should keep me safe for some time. This place is a maze. My lesson learned. I will not venture out again until I am certain the area is safe. Day 19. Rescue seems increasingly unrealistic. Supplies diminishing. Lots of spiders in this place. I do not like spiders. Day 34. I caught one of the accursed 8-legged beasts nestling in my open mouth when I woke up this morning. In my surprise I swallowed it. It's not so much the act of swallowing which concerns me, but the genus of arachnid. Yeah. It would be unlikely that a cave-dwelling spider would be venomous to any significant degree, but the possibility troubles me all the same. Day 35. Any known venom would have affected me by now, and so today is the first minor cause for celebration I've had since the incident. But lucky coincidence, this revelation also means I've discovered a virtually inexhaustible supply of nutrition. I intend to venture into the basement beneath this storeroom, and in the name of science, to discover more about these creatures' natural habitat. Day 50. For 4 days now I've been surviving solely off the quite considerable sustenance provided by the spiders. For some time I was struggling to gather enough of the crunchy little morsels However, Lady Luck smiled on me once more when the batteries in my torch died, and I made a second life-saving finding. The creature's natural habitat is the dark. With my light now diminished, I need only lie still for a few minutes, and I have attracted enough of the beasts for a rather hearty meal. And that was his last note. Dry, dusty old bags. Okay. The steam could blister flesh from bone in an instant. I know, I've seen it happen. Day 71. My earliest assumptions on the benign nature of my cellmates may have been made in error. After a careful autopsy, I am concerned that there may be small volume of natural chemicals stored in the stomach which, if ingested regularly over a period of time, may become psychotropic or even lethal. My only real chance is to break out of here and raid any stashes of supplies I can find. However, the evidence against such a move is insurmountable. 1. I have no source of light. 2. I swore myself I wouldn't leave until I heard human voices outside. 3. The spiders are so tasty. Day 100. From the marks I have been making on the walls and my scribbled diary entries, which in the dark may amount to an illegible scrawl, today is the 100th day of my new life. Over the past month, my edible friends have become more and more aggressive and have swelled in numbers and size. Whether or not this is a result of my plundering their ecosystem, I am unsure. However, at this rate of growth, they will soon be too long to crawl through the gaps in the walls. For all I know, I could only be seeing the tips of the iceberg. If all fails, and I never recovered, I hope that at least my study of, and indeed involvement with, these fascinating creatures will one day be regarded as an important point of natural history. The greatest name in modern science got there more through fluke than talent, and it appears that this rule has extended itself to my discovery of this delicious new species. I only pray that the second rule deems my breakthrough too insignificant, for all great discoveries tend to consume their inventor. Okay. If it weren't for the size of the pieces, I would say that looks like eggshells. Well, it probably is. Okay. Okay, I'm glad I'm out of there. I'm really claustrophobic. Oh no, there's a padlock. Finally, this must be all that's left of the basement storage. The lock looks rather worse for wear. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. I'm glad you told me that. Torch batteries. Okay, we got so many. Fluid lighter gas. So how do I do this? The fire should light up now. It's filled and ready to burn. Okay. I don't need to do that, do I? Do I need this? No, that looks important. Okay, nothing behind here. It's not a proper video game if you don't have anything hiding behind a bookcase. So I'm assuming something bad's going to happen on the way back. Ow. Damn it. Don't know if I can go through this. I think I hear the pitter patter of feet. Yeah, me and you both. Oh, you sound enjoyable. Okay, sorry, I was just... Oh, no. Is there something I can... No. Oh, come on. Is there... Do I have to jump on the barrier or a box? Okay. I would have thought that would have done it. No, it's making me... Maybe that's not how to go. Don't suppose that's going to work, is it? Come on, man, no. In real life... Oh, come on. I'd have been able to jump up there. Oh. Okay. I think something's been dragged through here. I've never seen this much blood before. That was my best chance to get some answers. Who else is still down here? Well, whilst we investigate one more of these. Brilliant. Oh, there's a pencil as well. Oh, here we go. Spider Hater's note. Day 200. There's been something sincere since I recorded any finding in relation to the spiders with whom I have shared my existence for the past 8 months, partly due to my enforced retreat from their basement territory. Not too long ago, their behaviour became overtly aggressive, and so I have attempted to barricade the main entrance to their lair and secured myself with one of the smaller rooms above it, the only one with an operational door lock. The only one with an operational door lock. The other reasons is that I have been recovering from a minor operation, which I was forced to conduct myself without the aid of anaesthetic. Even if I did have any anaesthetic or surgical tools, I couldn't afford to be less than diligent in my work, so anaesthetic was out. Surgical tools are all well and good, but although it may be becoming old and rusty, I still trust my penknife to do the job just as well. The procedure itself was elementary enough, a simple amputation of a non-vital organ. I began to notice a thick, glue-like substance forming on my tongue and was forced to accept that it had become infected through constant toxic ingestion. Day 300. Another century of days comes and goes. It seems like so long since I escaped here. At some stage since my last entry, I attempted to return from whence I came. That from which I originally was fleeing seems such a fate far worse than the one I now face. However, in the time since I arrived from the larger mind system, a cave-in has occurred, blocking any further progress. I was forced to return and accept whatever end life has in store for me. I still hear my aggressive little friends scratching on the door to my cell. Okay. He's gone from a scientist to a spider hater. So I think I'm going to leave it here for this part. Years and years of reports, logs and files just left here to cover dust. There's a probably century of life and death right here at my feet. I imagine there is. Oh, drawers. Oh, that's a shame. So yeah, so I'm going to leave it here. Thank you. Hopefully you'll stick for the rest of the playthrough. I'm definitely going to try and get every single one. At least this one's a little more positive, although I'd question its motivation. So what does that mean? Light kind of scares it away? Or does it kind of attract it? So yeah, so I'm going to search through the bloody door, or the bloody trail, in the next part. So thank you all for watching, and I shall see you... Oh, don't do that. In the next video. Thank you, and goodbye.